Hello everyone, my name is Bobbie Richardson and welcome to another one of my Ascension messages. Today I am doing tarot readings and channel messages through for this week and free chat bar readings later on. So good to be back after I was sick for a while. I've taken a real plunge into my career and there's been some blockages on the way that I've had to deal with within my own self. But it's exciting because I'm taking up the challenge, and I think that's one of the most important things to do, is to take up the challenge. But good to be live and good to be here. So I'm just going to start with the normal tarot deck, I think, for the general. Interesting that no one's in the message in the chat bar. Usually there's somebody by now, but that's okay. We'll see where this goes. I did get a message this morning, and it was about don't take on other people's stories, which is what I've titled this, because especially for empaths, especially for people that feel into other people's stories. The reason why you're an empath, or that you can feel into other people's stories, which is what most psychics, most people that are into their intuitive side are, or have the ability to expand from their empathicness. The reason why that happens is because you're here on this planet, in this world at this moment, to be able to learn to communicate telepathically, to be able to bring in new stories that are to do with how you feel, rather than the outside world and being told by logic how to learn and gain wisdom and that sort of thing. But when you don't know yourself, when you don't know thyself, you take on other people's stories and you see them as your own, and then they leave your life, and then you're like, well, oh, that story went with it. And it's because, and then you move on to seeing somebody else, and all of a sudden you feel different because you're constantly looking outside yourself to validate who you are, instead of finding out who you are without everyone. And that's why a lot of empaths go into hermit stage 2, where they just constantly say, I need to retrieve and I need to go into myself and find out who I am. So there's this that's coming up at the moment for empaths, especially, to be very careful not to take on other people's stories as your own, to start to validate who you are, find out who you are, and then go from there. Really interesting, because I think that they are preparing us or prepping us, once we know ourselves, to start lunging into the realities of feelings, and with that comes telepathy. So it's going to get exciting over the next few years, especially because those on other frequencies, or on other planets, will be wanting to make contact and that sort of thing. And the first contact that they will always give to you is through telepathy or channeling, because you have to get used to their vibration, they have to get used to yours, and it's way easier that way than just smack. We're physically in front of each other and in fear. That's not how it's going to go. And also, we need to progress within ourselves and take back our whole self, which part of that is the initiation into feeling, into our intuition. So yeah, big message this morning there. Hey Diane, hey Malcolm, hey Matt, good to see you. Always nice to see someone in the chat bar. So I'm going to do some tarot today for fun as well, and Thursday I'll be back on to my normal channeling as well. And oh my gosh, my class yesterday, yes, I have had some bumps on the way, because that's my creation, really. And it's not like it's interesting. So something outside of you might come up and cause a squiff. In other words, bookings weren't being able to be taken for some reason. And I've been on the phone 2 weeks to try to sort this problem out, to try to get all the bookings taken, because it was very sporadic. Some people could take them, some people couldn't. But I always look at myself first, and where's my energy, and what am I putting out to the world, and expectation of my reality. And I had to face a few fears of me stepping into some unknown territory for myself and creating these classes. And it's always great when you can do that. It's like a stepping stone, even though it's not really a block. You're turning a block into a stepping stone. And then now I feel a lot better, because we did the first class and I had a few people that had books, so it was fantastic. And we actually had a really good time, a really fun time. And well, I did, and they were laughing by the end of it as well. So we, really exciting, really excited about that whole class. And in 2 weeks' time, there's going to be another one. So you can book for that already. I've already had indication that the bookings are able to go through from Wix. So go for it, guys. Just look on my website, which is www.codestoanew-reality, and then you'll see a booking planet. I made a little booking spinning planet. Just click on that, and then go into the classes, which as they're called, teachings from higher dimensions. Or you can book me as a reader, one-on-one, for 30 minutes or an hour, or I do starseed readings as well, and I do couples now. So go on my website and check all that out. But in any case, let's get into some tarot, right? I was going to do my steampunk tarot, but I have these ones in my hands. These ones are the New Vision tarot. The holographic, so they're a bit shiny. I have used these before. Don't always tell people what I'm using, so do that. Let's see the energy for this week, this coming week. How can we utilize the energy to help us clear or gain higher perspective? For the good of all, always for the good of all, and for the good of self. I've only got one card out so far. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, here we go. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands and we have Temperance. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That's first up. That's followed by the Knight of Wands and a Temperance card. Whoa, okay. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is we're looking or searching for self-nurturing. This is a week to figure out how to nurture self in a way for you, not from what the outside perspective of the world is. Everybody's different. Sometimes self-nurturing is, in some people's world, it is action. It is taking action and like physically doing something and achieving something with their hands, and they feel good about themselves when they're in action. Self-nurturing can come in so many ways. A bubble bath. It can come in the fact that you've put all your documents in a line, and you've intellectually organized everything, and you feel like, I feel really good about myself. Self-nurturing can come in so many different ways for different people and different times, and it's how you're feeling in the moment that you can say, okay, to nurture myself, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do I'm going to veg out for a while, or I'm going to go into action and fix that problem that I always wanted to fix. Self-nurturing can mean so many things. It's not just, we get locked into these stories within our head of what things are. Like, that's the logic playing out its game of it has to compartmentalize everything, and when it does that, it locks you into a specific story. Oh, I need to self-nurture myself. That means I need to have a bubble bath, and I need to, sip a wine or something and just chill out and not worry about life for a while. And then really you're like, but I really wanted to do that thing over there and finish it off. And you're looking at it and going, but I really need to self-nurture. And really, sometimes when we're in that bubble bath, we're thinking about the thing that we want to do, that we want to finish, and we're not even in the bubble bath. We're still replaying the mind, and our muscles are all tensing up exactly how you would when you're actually doing the physical thing. Where if you just went and did the physical thing, you'd get this moment of, now I'm relaxed and now I can go and have my bubble bath. So be aware of how you're self-nurturing yourself. That leave the gate open, so to speak. Don't just logify something and go, that's how I need to do. There's many different ways and many different moments that you can do that. Now, when you start to do that, when you start to take your own self-nurturing back and start to see who you are and what you are and how you feel about yourself, things start moving into actions. Things start coming your way. Something will be coming your way that is going to propel you and your story forward towards creating the reality that you truly desire. And with that, we have the Temperance card, which is total peace with who you are and what you're doing in the moment. It doesn't matter what you choose in retrospect of action, not action, and that sort of thing. But to be in acceptance of what you're doing and to love it as you're doing it gives you this Temperance card, gives you this peace, this feeling. And yet action is still happening. So here we are with the two, one very action orientated card, one very level, peaceful card together with finding out how to self-nurture self and the Queen. So that's how I would utilize the energies this week. I'll constantly be looking or observing myself as, how am I self-nurturing? How am I going through this? Now, the steampunk tarot wanted to come out. So there's a huge card. Oh, one just fell on its own. So hi, Sky. Hey, lady. Good to see you. So we'll see what else comes up with that one. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. And the Two of Cups can be of a choice, can also be of gaining information about yourself enough to be able to be reflected in your life through love. What else have we got here? So we have the Three of Swords next to the Two of Cups in reverse. So valuable lessons on what hurts us and what doesn't. What is going to give us pain and what doesn't. And everyone's different in that too, right? Some people in their relationships will have an irk from a past relationship that's coming up. And then the person that your partner or the person that you're trying to relate to, just being a child, could be anything, could be anyone in your life that you're trying to relate to with this problem, won't understand it because they haven't been there. They aren't holding on to the issue, and they're like, "I'll just get over it," but it's validating to yourself to say, no, this is an issue for me and I need to release it by speaking about it. I need to release it to get it off my chest so it's not stabbing me in the heart anymore. And yes, I understand that you don't get it, but this is about me in this moment so that I can clear this, and then we can have a better relationship. then we can turn the cups up the right way and have a better understanding of each other. So speak up this week about what's your pains and what's your not, what you can handle, and see where it falls, especially with Valentine's coming up, and we have these set expectations on what someone else should do in our life, and yet we haven't even set the bar and explaining to someone what we're actually expecting. If you're expecting something, which isn't the best energy, but we do expect things from time to time, then speak up about it. Say, this is what I'm expecting, or say, can you please take some time off work so that we can get together and we can do this. Speak up about what you are. If you don't have any expectations and you're quite free to let things go, and let's just see how everything plays out. And if nothing plays out, you're happy with that, then do that. But please always respect how you're feeling, and tell the other person if you're going through something or something's been brought up for you. Have some communication with that so that you can pull those swords out of your heart, because these swords always represent communication. And the Three of Swords is being stabbed in the heart by communication, by somebody doing something or imprinting something on you that doesn't feel good about you. And when the similar thing comes up, say it is Valentine's Day, then you end up having an issue about it again, and you're projecting it onto somebody new, somebody different, and you can't create a valid, equal partnership when one person doesn't understand and the other person is going through something. So we've got to learn to communicate these things together, especially if we're in each other's lives. Even if when you say it, somebody stops you in the tracks and makes you feel bad about yourself for a bit, stand up for yourself. No, I need to say this. I need to bring this up. This is valid for me. You want to be in my life. This is part of my life. This is part of who I am. And you respect yourself. And then they will go, oh, she really means, or they really mean business. And so I need to listen to this. So we're setting up our boundaries on on learning to clear our blockages and not using the other person, but just being clear with them. Because in the end, that blockage is up to you to clear. It's not up to them to clear. But when you feel like you're reflected back by somebody who has an understanding of that clearing, that you are trying to clear something, then it's a lot easier rather than projecting it onto that person for not understanding. Hey, Sarah. My Zoom class yesterday, yes, it was really good. And I've had a chat. I just said this at the beginning of this reading. Sky's just asking about the Zoom class. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I really enjoyed it. And it was such a big hurdle for me to get over. Because I still have blockages myself and I'm using these as stepping stones. And that's probably why in my energy field, I ended up having some bookings could go through and some bookings couldn't. So I've been on to Wix, we've solved the problem. I feel a lot better in my energy. I've done my first class. I'm really thankful for those that could get through and that we had an absolutely amazing time. I really enjoyed it. So in 2 weeks' time, there's going to be another class on the 20th. My team came through. We learned a lot. I'm thinking of putting a few snippets of it up on YouTube, just making sure that everyone's okay with that first. So I sent an email out to them that they're okay with that. So any case, love to see you there on the 20th of February. You can book that in now, actually, because I would. And if you can't get through, let me know, because I do need to know those things. And I'll also look at not only physically what's happening out there, but my own energy as well, and clearing that. Okay. I've got a couple of interviews coming up as well, so that's going to be fun too. Okay, energies. Gets back into the. For some reason, I'm pulling another steampunk tarot card, so we'll do one more of these. What about? Okay. Knight of Wands. Oh, you are kidding me. Fast moving action, guys. 2 different tarot decks. I've only pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and 2 of those cards are the Knight of Wands. So there is some action coming our way. There's something moving towards creating our own reality. We're starting to get it. It's like, you know what they're showing me in my head? It's like a current that we are creating through clearing all of our blockages, being upfront with who we are, standing our ground in saying what we need, what we don't need. And then this fast moving action starts coming because it's like a current pulling us towards the goals that we set, the goals that we really want to ground into this reality. So this week we've got fast moving action coming towards us. How cool is that? I love that when that happens, because you've got these tarots that are 2 different tarot decks that are actually agreeing. Sorry, I went blank. Agreeing with each other. How cool is that? Okay, I want to get an animal card as well. So I pulled them out. My animal card deck, I used to use it a lot, and then I forgot. Well, I didn't forget about it. It was in my box, and I didn't even realize it wasn't out. So don't forget too, I do live on Thursday, and I'll be just channeling on the Thursday to help us move into these new higher vibrations, or these new vibrations that are coming out. I utilizing them for our advantage. I'm a bit tongue twisted today. No, there's too many. Animal message for this week, please. Oh, it's like a whole heap want to come out. Animal message for this week, please. Animal message for this week. Here we go. Ooh, we got the dolphin into play. Play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. And the flow is getting faster, right? Because we've got these amazing Knight of Wands happening. So because the flow is getting faster and we're going towards what our goal is set, and we'll start seeing things coming in. It could be anything from gifts, people coming into our lives, money that we need at the right time, all of that sort of stuff. Things start to click. I can feel it. It starts to click into place. And why? Because we're playing with our life. We're enjoying our life. We're having fun time with our life. Yeah, really excited. So, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so really excited about these new energies that are coming our way and where we're going with all of this. I want to do another angel. Sarah's been writing that dolphin energy so much. I love that. I love that you're creating what you want to create in your reality. That's so cool. Just having fun, right? Isn't that cool? Let's see. Yeah, really cool. Oh, I don't know what I did then. I did something. for me accidentally. Angel cards. Angel cards. Okay, the wolf is coming out as well in my mind, and the wolf energy represents doing things for yourself, but also recognizing that you are, everyone in your reality is part of your reality as well. So treat those that are coming at you, that are forcing their energy on you when you don't like it, as little puppies that are needing to be put in their place. Yeah. It's interesting because I saw this thing where it was kind of like this person who was, or not a person, a puppy who was getting all playful and being silly next to his mum. Mum was trying to get to sleep. And the mum just turned around and went, "Arr," like this. And then the puppy just went, "Whoop." Okay. So that's what's coming up at the moment for me anyway. I just see what other cards come through as well. Angels. Angel death. I got this. I got this. There's another thing that's coming in my head. I got this. This is my reality. I got this. Right, here we go. No way. No way, guys. No way. You can't make this stuff up. 2 different decks again. Dolphin, play, and the angel cards. Playfulness. Have fun with your life this week, guys. This is so cool, right? I love this when this happens. You cannot make this up. Have fun with your life. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Hey there from UK. I think it's the flag from UK. Enjoy your life. Have fun. There's so much fun to be had here. I love it. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of understanding now that when we accept who we are and we accept where we're going, we're like we've got our focus right. We're going to create the reality that we want on this planet. We're going to bring it in, and it's going to be all fun, lighthearted, and enjoyable. And when we know where we're going to go, and we're going to have that peaceful mind within ourselves, then to create that. Whenever something happens, just play, just enjoy, just lift your vibration higher than what it was that you thought in the past would have taken you under. Just see it as, you know what, oh, that's interesting that happened. That happened in my past, but you know what, let's just enjoy this, enjoy the ride together. It is what it is, right? But put those in place, put people in place that need to be put in place. You are allowed to go, I'm not. No, you don't go any further than that. There's my boundary. And that in yourself, knowing that you can do that, gives you more freedom to enjoy the things that are coming your way as well. Gives you more freedom. Let's see what else comes out of the animal deck. We think that when we have to get a little angry in a moment, you know what, you can still go, and no, I don't want that. And 5 seconds later, be absolutely fine with yourself, because you know that you've set your boundary and you're absolutely fine with that. And so then you can use the next moment to be all playful and have fun with your life. And the person that's coming at you gets that boundary, understands that they've gone way too far, and then they pull their head and maybe they'll walk away and think about it for a while, or maybe they'll shift up with you and start playing as well. I know with children, they shift really quickly when you go, and then you set your boundary, and just be consistent with the boundaries, especially with children and puppies and young young ones, right? Because they need consistency, because they don't understand where the boundaries are. They've come straight from energy, and energy, when you're in the light and in the energy, your reality shifts very quickly. Yeah. And so they need to know. They need to know. So it's really cool. Oh, goody, 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 goody. Okay, so we have, too many cards coming out at the moment, so I'm going to try another one. One more card, just one or two. Here we go, the humpback whale singer. They really want us to play. I just remembered something that reminded me of a dream that I had, and it's so important. So in this dream, I literally met Gaia herself. So she was swimming as a turtle in the sea, and she had one of her flippers, one of her fins was a bit damaged. And then she went up to the shore. The shore was only a little bit of sand, and then she started to dig in the sand, and she was planting eggs. She was like giving birth. And then she morphed into a beautiful blonde lady that was taller than me. And I saw where my home was that I wanted to go to, or the place that I wanted, community building that I wanted to go to in the distance. And yet I saw these mounds of rubbish everywhere as well. And she said, don't worry about the rubbish. Don't worry about the problems. Dance, jump, have fun all the way, and you will move to your home. You have to have fun with your life to get to where you really want to go. Enjoy yourself. And this humpback whale singer just reminded me of that. It says, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. So that really goes with it as well. With all this playful energy and actions being, created for us to be able to move faster towards and move that current faster towards the goals that we want, we can utilize energies this week to do that. So how exciting is that? Sing, dance, play, have fun this week. Enjoy yourself. Love it. Okay, I'll open up for a couple of CHATBAR readings and see what happens there. Love it. Okay, I might get this one. Do you feel? If anyone wants a reading, hello. Sarah. Okay, Leanne. This is a strange one. Doesn't matter. Okay, Leanne. Oh, Leanne. One fell out while I was, mind you, I think I'm going to do that one again because I was thinking of something else at the time. So, Leanne, let's get into your energy. Handy on Leanne. Okay, Leanne, we have aloneness has come out. So there might be some time where you want to look into yourself to find your own light. Go within. Interesting, because the beginning of this title, I was going to actually title it Go Within. So there's also that as well. Go within to find your happiness. Go within. This isn't anything to do with anyone else outside of you or any sort of even logical thinking within ourselves of how we should act and do and play and all of that. This isn't anything to do with that. It is in the moment, feeling into the vibration of what you feel like at that time. And I think that there has to be some inner alone time for you to figure out a bit more about yourself this week so that you can find that playful energy and move forward from that. There's some wisdom coming your way with that as well. Understanding about who you are. To know thyself. To know thyself is a big thing. To know who you are is a big thing. And then you can move forward really quickly. So that's for you, Leanne. Sandy. So we have suppression, but it was in reverse, but so was ripeness. Really interesting. Two totally opposite things here. Suppression is to do with, and if that's in reverse, it means that you're letting go of, it's almost like the 10 of swords energy feeling. It's like I think this is the 10 of wands though. You're learning to let go of things that aren't serving you anymore. And when you do that, there's understanding that you have the maturity within you to be able to move into picking the fruits that you really desire, picking what you want this week, choosing the ripeness, the fruits that are going to make you happy from now on. So that's for you, Sandy. Something else was coming to my mind before, and I'm just trying to remember what it was. No, yeah, that's right. So I'm just going to pick one for Sarah. Sarah, so we have morality in reverse. So we're letting go of a lot of things that aren't serving us, that have been conditioned in our reality, in our logical brain, and holding us hostage. And it's so that's going to help you in the end have a better understanding of what is serving you for the future, or what's in the next moment and what's not. Because sometimes these are hidden, right? Because we've literally been born into morality. We've literally been born into these set programs of how we should act, who we should be, what we should do. And then, so when morality is falling away from you, you're understanding, oh, that was a program. Oh, I see that program. You're starting to click into that. And that is bringing you to success, riding the tiger, having fun with your life, celebrating, exciting stuff coming your way. This is also a card of what's coming into your reality. So because you're letting go of all the programming, you're now stepping into more and more and more playfulness and success with that celebration. Also, don't forget, I do have classes. Just thought I'd bring that up. I do my first class. We're already feeling like a happy little family. And I have fixed up the booking issues. I'm pretty sure I have, cross fingers. So that's fun. If you join me next, it's every bi-weekly. So the next one is on the 20th of February. You can book already. It's $20 if you want to come in. And we are literally doing teachings from higher dimensions. So that was for Sarah. Sky. Yeah, Cherie, you did try to book. Try again now for the 20th. It should go through. I've had conversations with the Wix. It is part of my energy too. I'm clearing some of my own stuff as well through my DNA and having success with this sort of stuff, where many generations in my reality, and a lot of other people's too, especially being a female and making a career out of something that's either to do with psychicness or arts or creativity. There's a lot of clearing that goes on with that, because we've been persecuted in our DNA years and years and years ago, through all of that we've gone through. So it's all starting a new, fresh story here. And sometimes these blockages will come up just to make sure that you're ready. And I'm so happy that I went through that class. It was such a fun time. I really enjoyed it. So they're going ahead, you know, and I'm not stopping. Let's put it that way. So book again. And if you do have problems, let me know, because I do need to know. If you can take a screenshot, even better. So, because I can show the weeks what's happening. But I think we will be free of those problems now. So here we go, sky. Okay, you have integration, sky. So integrating is having an understanding of the inner self and how you feel about yourself and your outside world and how that is impacting you. Integrating is understanding that both are the same. Both are of essence you and your creation of your reality. And so when you learn to integrate it and realize that you cannot say that's your responsibility and then that's my responsibility. It's all yours when it's in your reality, because you're the only common denominator in your reality. Everyone else is outside forces coming and going and coming and going. So especially when we have the same story turning up over and over again with different people, you're the common denominator. So this is a card of integration and recognizing that there is only one here, and it is you and your universe creating. So that's fun. That's going to help you to find that playful energy as well. And they're showing me the wolf again, really standing out and being, you know, that independent soul that you are, and also recognizing that everyone in your reality in the given moment is part of you as well. Yeah, and that's going to help you understand your reality a lot more and what you're actually creating. Lady. No, it's not because you're in the US, Sheree. It was something going squiff with my bookings. So not to do with you being in another country or anything. Definitely you can go online and have a crack now. I'm pretty sure you'll get through to the next class that's coming up. Okay, so lady. Don't forget, I also do readings for everyone, one-on-one readings as well. Lady, let's go online. They're right underneath the class, so if you did book on the class to click into the class, you can also see those readings too if you want to book one of those. Lady. Okay, ordinariness. Oh, I love this card. Lots of people are like, ordinariness. I love this card because this card, it's really interesting. When I went to source energy and I felt the vibration that I was creator of my reality. And then I looked at everyone else and I'm like, oh my God, they're all gods as well, creating their own reality. And then because we were all gods and everything was God itself creating its own reality, I'm like, that brings us all back to being ordinary. And now we can just have fun and just be and just go out and enjoy and just chill and feel into relaxation, and that there's no real pressure apart from the pressure that we've put on ourselves, which ends up pressuring us from outside sources. So they're asking you to feel into that ordinariness, that feeling of calmness within yourself, that you can like go out and pick a bunch of flowers or something out. And wouldn't that be great to just go out to a field that has no fences and pick flowers and then bring them home? How cool would that be? Like if you have that ability to be able to do that, or collect nuts or something like that, you know, or go down the river and find some pretty stones and stuff that you can use. Anything that's ordinary, just feel into being ordinary and enjoying your life, because that is God itself creating a beautiful existence. Okay, so who else have we got here? We have Diane. Diane, transformation card came out for you. So you're right in this. You might have had something that was not so good happening, and now you're coming into you're transforming it instead of just being victim to it. This is a really good card to understand that no matter what comes at you as a reflection, it is there to teach you a lesson about yourself. And so if something does come at you, instead of falling victim into it, go, where is it that I'm lacking, that I created this scenario? And that literally transforms you into letting it go. And so it doesn't keep repeating in your life again. So there's this big transformation of you stepping, but also telling me that you're stepping into a new higher vibration, and to be gentle on yourself. Just go with the flow of how you feel, because it might feel a bit weird as you transform through into a higher frequency. But once you get there, you'll have a better understanding of why that was feeling weird. But if you feel, as soon as you get frustrated or annoyed that you're feeling that strangeness, then that can like hook you into it. So it's better to just go, that's interesting. And see it as an observer of your reality, of I'll move through this because everything is moving and I'm in flux at the moment. You're in flux. You're transforming. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you. Okay, if I've missed anyone, sorry. Sarah, you're right, as always. Love it. Thank you for that confirmation, Sarah. You will have some, Sarah, abundance comes also through receiving and having an understanding that you might have a blockage with receiving, just bringing that into your reality. So look at that and ask to be gifted something that you only say thank you to, and don't ever feel like when someone gives you something, if you start feeling like, oh, I shouldn't, it's too much, I owe them, all that sort of stuff, that's where your blockage is, because the universe is freely giving all the time to us, and any amount of money can be possible, but it is because we keep going, oh, that's too much, oh, that's I'm not worthy enough, or that sort of thing. So this is another thing that I think you need to I just try to help you become more abundant for yourself. Okay. What else have we got there? So you don't have to apologize for being late, Freezy Peach. It's all good. All good. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading some of these. Okay, Cherie. Gotta watch this time too, because I have to take my daughter to school at 8 o'clock. Oh, that took ages to come out, didn't it? So I feel even with that, there's some sort of blockage with you moving forward in your reality to create the reality that you're really desiring. I feel it's coming from self-deserving. So just be aware of that you do deserve to move forward. You do deserve to be able, and also the fear of unknown of what's going to happen when I do move forward. And I do end up getting these lessons, and I do end up getting this tarot card that's coming, because it took a long time, right? So, but you got innocence. So they're asking you to also approach life from the innocence of a child. When you were a child, if you can remember when you were a child, children play completely in the moment. They have nothing much in their logical brain. They just live in the moment. And when they look at a praying mantis or a butterfly or anything, it's in wonder of that. It's in wonder of that reality, in wonder of where that is going, or where that's going to take me. There's no, oh my God, where's it going to take me? I'm scared of where it's all wonder, excitement. But when we come at that from a mature self as well, but still have the innocence of wonder in our life, then we end up seeking what we truly desire rather than being a child or just going everywhere and anywhere. But instead we have the logic that brings us in and the maturity that brings us in to what we're truly desiring. But then we're also approaching that with wonder and excitement and, oh my gosh, this could be a fun game that I'm going to play, creating my own reality and enjoying where it's going to take me. Yeah. Okay, who else have we got here that wants a card? Sarah. Sarah. So we have sharing, but it came out in reverse. So there could be I'll just get one more card out with that one. Yeah, trying to control, but we're releasing this. You're releasing control now. So there is an understanding with releasing that control over life and realizing that trying to control everything outside of ourselves really isn't doing us any justice. It's bringing you into the awareness of, what does that mean? Am I supposed to help everybody? Am I supposed to wait for people to help me? When you take the reins back yourself and you're starting to realize you're not in control of everything, the funny thing is it's the opposite of what we've been trained or programmed to believe. So we help people when we feel we need to help people, only when we feel. We don't help people because sometimes you help people or you share with people and then they just take more and more and more from you. But when you feel in line with loving who you are, and then you see that someone's a needy or graspy energy, you will never want to help those people because you're not helping them. You're actually creating more of their delusional story that they can grab and seize everything and make you the victim of their life. So this is with releasing control this week. Just focus in on, I don't need to help, and then if I feel I want to, then I'm allowed to share. And don't ever wait for somebody to come and help you all the time. It's you that's helping you. You make the choices. You carve your path. You're creating this and carving it with your own reins. When we're looking for outside forces to carve the path, we're telling them that their reality is more important than ours, and all you'll be doing is following their reality. You won't be carving your own path at all. So then you end up stuck again. You're welcome, Diane. Okay, lady, I'll give your daughter a reading, a card. That's fine. Fine by me if it's fine by you, right? You're welcome, Sarah. So for your daughter, she has compromise. So compromise is meaning, oh my gosh, I have to give in my energy to make this person feel happy. I have to do I have to compromise my own feeling of who I am so that I can make everyone happy in my reality. But it is not the energy of compromise. If it's brought from you feeling good about who you are and saying, I love who I am, then when you see someone that you want to compromise with, it's because you already had decided that that's going to make you really happy, not them really happy. So just be aware that when you're going through this week, that you're first up making you really happy, and then any compromise is fine. But if you're constantly saying, I need to make them happy, and then that'll make me happy, it never works that way. It will only sabotage your life for their life, and you're compromising too much if you're not already stepped into the understanding that you're happy to begin with. I hope you're a teenager there, because that was a bit of a older reading. And if she is younger, maybe later you can give her a bit more understanding of what I just said from a child's point of view. Okay, guys, so I think I'll wrap it up for now. I love you heaps. Please don't forget, I have classes coming up every 2 weeks. The next one's on the 20th. I'm so excited about these. We have games that we're going to be bringing in. We have videos, meditations, sending out love and light. It's all encompassing, but a lot of channel messages come through too from my team, because they want to be a part of it. So it's not just me, it's me and my team. The Palladians, Arcturians, sometimes I even get led straight to source energy. Gaia herself can sometimes come through, the elementals, whatever we're working on. I'm going to start bringing in subjects. So there's going to be, but I like to make it a bit free as well in the classes, so that we can let this play out and flow in the right energies that are prevalent in that moment, because in 2 weeks' time, everything's shifting so much at the moment. So I'm just letting go of everything until a few days before, and then I might bring in a title when they give me one of what the focus is on that class. But it's very much a Palladium feel, like you're stepping into, I want it to be like you're stepping into a spaceship, and then Palladians teaching you, that sort of thing, or Arcturians teaching you, or Source Energy is teaching you, that sort of thing. So I loved it. Thank you, Freezy Peach, for that. She came as part of my beautiful classroom, and I'm so grateful for the people that turned up and helped me through that hurdle of the first class. So excited about it now. It's what I always wanted to do, create a hub and then bleed it out to the world. And we are going to create an amazing reality that's so expansive. So love you guys heaps. Until Thursday, definitely I will be live with channeled messages. And if you want to book me online, personal readings are on my website, www.codes to a new reality. Love you guys. Bye.